What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Savvy, and welcome back to the Savvy Show. And in today's episode, you guys see the screen, you guys know what it's about. Part 3 of The Way It Ends has finally dropped. Without any further ado, I ain't going to make you guys wait any longer. We're about to get deep into this today. So last time we left off in Part 2, they pretty much took out over, I believe, like half the council. They only had a few members left, which I thought was surprising because they were doing it with ease. I thought it would be a little bit more difficult with them, to deal with. However, I mean, they're using weapons where they could like kill God, so it kind of makes sense on surface level, but we'll see what will happen with the last ones left if they could, complete the task. So with that being said, if you guys are excited for these reactions, please remember to smash that like button, also smash that sub button, join the family, and hit that bell so you always stay plugged with each and every upload. I'm telling you guys, if you love SCP content, you like my reaction style, this is the best place to be to get your dose of SCP heat. Join the family, have fun with us. All gas, no breaks. We don't slow down for nothing. We'd love to have you. So without any further ado, let's not waste any more time. Get this show started. Alrighty. End of the 05 Council. SCP-001. The Way It Ends. Let's go.
Aaron Siegel, better known to Foundation members as 05-1, descends into the abyss of a deep well site. He exits the elevator and peers into the optical scanner to unlock the reinforced door. Inside the room is Mobile Task Force Tau 5, Samsara. Aaron Siegel refers to these immortal cyborg clones created from the flesh of a dead god as his red right hand. Your mission is to eliminate the traitor 05-4 and to find the insurgents who have been killing the members of the Overseer Council. The cyborgs stand at attention.
Holy shit.
Now, Aaron Siegel screams.
They were created by a dead god? Oh my god, there was like so much they dropped within 1 minute of this episode. Okay, let's just keep it going. Maybe they'll explain it.
Of the red right and march out the door to start their mission. Aaron Siegel pauses for a moment and then slams his fist against the wall in frustration.
Damn,
he's
pretty
lost
strong.
9 overseers to Calvin Lucien and his kill squad team. They have been somehow overcoming the odds each time.
That's what I'm saying.
Eliminating each overseer they track down. It wasn't supposed to end this way. Aaron Siegel vows to kill them all. Calvin Lucien, meanwhile, sits on a private jet with Adam and Olivia. He had just hung up the phone after a conversation with 05-4. The overseer known as the ambassador wants to surrender to the insurgency. There's a good chance this is a trap.
Yeah.
But Calvin has decided to meet with the ambassador all the same. Calvin drops off Adam and Olivia at an insurgency base.
Okay.
They still haven't fully recovered from the previous mission with 05-5, known as the Blackbird. Before leaving, though, Calvin meets with an insurgency agent named Sylvester Sloan, who is going to join him as support.
Okay, I was about to say, if he's going by himself, that's not wise. Like, what the heck? Especially if you think it's a trap. So I'm glad he has some kind of backup with him.
Says goodbye to Adam and Olivia, then leaves with Sloan to meet the ambassador in South Africa. After landing at Johannesburg Airport, Calvin and Sloan disembark and are led to a conference room where the ambassador sits waiting for them. Calvin and Sloan sit across from 05-4 to discuss his surrender. The council is in shambles, says the ambassador.
Yeah, they're all pretty much dead. What do you mean shambles? You're like the last one. And a few other people left. Come on now.
Everything is falling apart. I want to offer my services and information to the insurgency in exchange for protection from 05-1. He has lost his mind. Calvin agrees to the terms and prepares for extraction.
Well, he's not losing his mind. He wants revenge. I mean, he's the only one that's like thinking, maybe he's not logical because all his comrades have died thus far. But I mean, he's trying to revenge strong comrades by the people that killed him. So like you just sacrificing not sacrificing, you forfeited and not really working with him. It's kind of, the word I was going to use. But neither here nor there. Let's just keep it going.
But as they get up from the table, gunshots can be heard from down the hall. The ambassador's eyes open wide in terror. It's too late, he whispers. Calvin and Sloan grab the ambassador, who is frozen in fear, and exit the conference room.
Oh my god,
They make their way towards their plane, but the gunshots are getting closer. Calvin looks over his shoulder to see Samsara pursuing them through the terminal.
Yeah.
Calvin shoves the ambassador behind a table as bullets whiz overhead. Calvin and Sloan return fire, but their volley doesn't seem to slow down the assassins. Calvin and Sloan pull the ambassador to his feet.
Dude, are they okay? I don't want any spoilers, but are these robots part of SCP-5000? The one I've been holding off for God knows how long? Because they just seem kind of similar. I'm sure, like, the SCP created these robots and like they're immortal from a dead god. I don't know too much. Don't like spoil a lot for me. If it is, just say like yes or no. But I'm just curious. They look really similar.
Burst through an emergency exit onto the sun-baked tarmac, where they make a mad dash for the plane. From behind them, a bullet rips through the chest of Sloan.
Chest? That was in his butt, bro. Like, whoa, what chest? He was literally on the opposite side. Like, that hit him in the back. Or his butt. What? Let's see.
They make a
Maybe I'm
mad
seeing
dash
things.
for the plane.
Yeah, that was like the spiner hit. He's facing the other way. How did it hit his chest? Anyway.
From behind them, a bullet rips through the chest of Sloan.
Through the chest?
The red right hand has caught up.
It's like the lower
Calvin
back.
continues to drag the ambassador towards the plane. They are almost there.
All right.
Suddenly, a metallic child's voice blares through the airport's external speakers. The child's voice says, "I want Calvin Lucien alive. I have business to settle with him."
Oh.
The red right-hand soldiers tackle Calvin and the ambassador to the ground when they are just feet away from the plane. "Kill the traitor,"
yeah.
the child's voice says.
Thank you.
And Calvin can only watch helplessly as the ambassador is violently murdered.
That's what you get. That's what you get. That's how it should have been done. You can't just betray your family, like I'm saying, like the council or like, you know, the family that he was a part of, and just go to the opposite end of the spectrum and be like, oh yeah, I need your help for protection. 051's going crazy. What? He has a reason. Like, all the council members are dead besides him and you. And you just want to start, I don't know. That was pretty fishy. For living so long, I thought you would be, I don't know, more thick-skinned. But I'm glad he's done.
Agents turns towards Calvin and slams his fist and
Wind
"Kill the traitor," the child's voice says. And Calvin can only watch helplessly as the ambassador is violently murdered. One of the agents turns towards Calvin and slams his fist into Calvin's face, causing him to black out. Calvin awakes in a dark room.
Yo.
He is unsure how much time has passed. The only light in the room comes from a screen on the wall. In the middle of the screen is a rotating red SCP Foundation seal. A voice from a speaker speaks. "Hello, Calvin Lucien. My name is the Kid. I am the third overseer. You have killed all my friends.
The Kid?
And now I will kill all of yours."
Good.
The door to the room opens. Calvin leans through the doorway. There is a long, dimly lit hallway. The Kid orders him to proceed.
The
So they
Kid.
can meet face to face. As Calvin walks, the Kid's voice echoes down the hallway. "There once was another 05-3. He built incredible machines. Even one that could see into the future. But unfortunately for him, he did not have the passion required to be an overseer.
What?
That was when I was born. I was chosen by the other overseers to have my spinal cord severed in a way that gave me the ability of the all-seeing eye.
What?
I now watch everything, all of the time. I have perfect reasoning, perfect awareness, and perfect understanding."
Holy.
Calvin gets to the end of the corridor, which opens up into a large chamber.
God damn.
Tied up in the middle of the room are Olivia and Adam. Calvin runs to his friends and crouches down next to them. A mechanical suit stands on a platform looking down at Calvin, Olivia, and Adam.
Uh-oh.
Calvin realizes the Kid must be contained inside. "I now sentence you all to death," the mechanical suit says as the red right hand steps out of the shadows and slowly walks towards the remaining members of the kill squad. Suddenly, there is a flash of light, and the Black Queen appears. "Stop! What are you doing?"
Black Queen.
shrieks the Kid. The Black Queen hands Calvin the interdimensional rod and reel he used to defeat the Blackbird. Calvin casts the rod. From out of the terror in space comes a massive, multi-armed creature known as Maladramygion. The red right hand engages the monster, trying to force it back into its dimension.
That seems like the monster that was from SCP-1730. Like whatever happened to Site 13. I think that's the number for that SCP. If it is, I really need to watch that part too, by the way. But it looks similar to that monster.
But the monster is too powerful. It grabs the cyborg clones and pulls them through the tear in reality.
Damn.
As Samsara battles the Maladramygion, Calvin frees Olivia and Adam. They make a run for the door. But as they flee, one of the walls opens up to reveal a turret. The gun fires, and a bullet hits Olivia directly in the head.
Damn.
Instantly. "No!" yells Calvin.
That was fast. Oh my god. Just a straight bullet, just like that. I mean, you're human, so... Sheesh. My bad, Olivia.
Before Calvin can push Adam out of the way, A second bullet from the turret lodges itself in Adam's back.
Yo.
Calvin and Adam slide across the floor. The kid in his mechanical suit jumps down from the platform above. "I am going to kill you now, Calvin Lucien,"
Let's go.
he says in his mechanical voice. There is another flash of light. Calvin watches in front of him as the spear of the non-believer manifests itself before his eyes.
How does
Calvin
this...
grabs the spear and shoves it into the kid's machine body. It easily penetrates the armor and pins him to the wall.
No way.
Calvin walks up to the exoskeleton and tears off the outer plating,
What?
revealing a tank full of fluid.
That... Okay, what? No, like, Out of nowhere, no context, the spear's just gonna come out of nowhere in the middle of a fight? That is so lame. They're handling these O5 council members like... It's not fun because it's not even like a fair fight. It's just like, how are you gonna like get a god-killing weapon out of nowhere in the middle of a fight, right when you need it? So dumb.
In which floats a malformed human fetus. As Calvin finally looks upon the kid's true form, he hears the sound of mocking mechanical laughter. Calvin breaks the glass and crushes the kid with his bare hand.
What?
As Calvin turns from the now silent robotic body of the kid...
Yo, I don't even know who I want to win anymore now. Like, I was rooting for the O5 Council because they were like losing so bad. I like an underdog. But now it's just like, this guy's killing babies. I don't know, Calvin. I don't know about you anymore.
The room begins to shake, debris raining down from above. Calvin helps Adam up and puts Olivia's lifeless body across his shoulders.
She better still be dead.
Remains of the kill squad makes their way out of the kid's lair. Outside of the Foundation site where they were being held, Calvin helps Adam lie down on the ground before gently setting Olivia's body next to him. Adam grimaces as blood pours out of the wound in his back. Calvin reaches into his pocket and pulls out the vial of water from the Fountain of Youth. There are only a couple of drops left, which he pours into Adam's mouth. Adam looks up at Calvin, tears filling his eyes. He whispers, "I love you," before he passes out from the pain. The wound in his back begins to heal instantly, and Calvin calls an insurgency evac team to come pick up Adam.
So you just out to yourself knowing that you're going to live? Unless he knows that he's gay and stuff, you know. But, I don't know. Because he seemed like he was dying, but they just said his back was healed, so he's coming back to life. It's just going to be awkward. Anyway, let's just keep it pushing.
Safe, Calvin picks up Olivia and walks alone towards a truck in the lot outside of the Foundation site. He needs to finish this, once and for all. He will kill the last two overseers, or he will die trying.
Go for it.
05-1 Aaron Siegel arrives at where the Tigris and Euphrates rivers meet, the Garden of Eden. He is in a frenzy due to the assassinations of all the other overseers besides himself and the Nazarene, and nothing will stop him. As he approaches the gate to the Garden of Eden, though, he is stopped by the Guardian of the Garden.
Makes sense.
A massive, powerful, anomalous entity with a flaming sword. But Aaron Siegel has no time or patience for anything to get in his way. Even something as powerful as the Gate Guardian.
What happened?
The Guardian swings his burning sword at Adam, who rolls out of the way and, in a flash, takes out a Scranton reality anchor. He slams the anchor into the ground, which causes the world to shimmer and ripple around him.
What?
He watches as the flames from the Gate Guardian's sword seem to absorb back into its body before it shrinks down, looking to fold in on itself, until all that is left is a charred skeleton.
What? He just took out a top-level SCP like it was nothing. Borderline God-level SCP. If not one. Man, this is crazy.
With the Guardian defeated...
And it's just funny that the O5 Council, at least this dude could handle God-level SCPs like this, but like they can't handle insurgency of just regular humans, killing them so easily. Like, it's just blasphemy to me, but it's whatever.
Aaron sprints into the garden. He searches the garden for 05-2, but can't find her anywhere. He finally comes to the Tree of Life, and that's where he finds her. Laying at the base of the tree in a pool of blood is the Nazarene. She has taken her own life.
Dang.
This is her anomalous power, though. She has died many times before, yet death always spared her and brought her back. But somehow, he knows this time is final. Aaron drops to his knees and screams in frustration. For all the power Aaron Siegel possesses, there's nothing he can do now. He sits next to the Nazarene's body for hours, hoping that she might wake up, or that he will, to find that this was all a dream. After sitting next to her cold body for some time, he notices something in her snowy white hand. It's a note. In it, the Nazarene explains that she was the one who gave the vials from the fountain to Calvin Lucien.
What?
And that she is the one who made the spear appear before him that he used to kill the kid.
What?
She explained that while she died many times and death always brought her back, each time she felt less and less like herself, less and less like Dr. Sophia Light. She hoped that maybe if things ended up like this, it would give Aaron the chance to walk away and live the life that they might have been able to have together. But she knows deep down that Aaron's fate is to meet Calvin and finish things once and for all.
Wow.
Aaron Siegel screams in rage, clutching the note in his hand.
Are you
He tries
kidding me?
to summon death, but no one comes. Aaron
like
Siegel
romantically together.
is alone. He stands up and walks deeper into the garden. He walks until he reaches a spot where even God's light does not reach. In this desolate land is an impact crater where Lucifer, star of the morning, had fallen. In the middle of the crater lies Lucifer's sword. Aaron Siegel descends into the hole and picks up the sword. He turns and exits the Garden of Eden.
Looks like the same
Aaron
sword as the
Siegel
gay garden
has
had.
only one mission in life now: to kill Calvin Lucien.
Go for it, please.
Calvin reads the final entry.
I'm rooting
of the
for
journal. In it, the author warns that although he hopes the information contained within the journal is helpful, he hopes the reader does not try to use it. The words written on the final page are, "This information will only lead you to a devastating end."
It's kind of interesting, the end of the last council member that died. It's unique because I don't want to spoil anything, but if you guys seen Attack on Titans, I won't say what the ending's about, but it's like a similar ending where there was one reality where it could be peaceful, but at the same time, it won't get what you. Aaron would have got what he wanted in the end, so like he had to do something else, and it was like it was unique because it's similar to this. Like she was doing the opposite of actually, being happy, hoping that her loved one could be happy. I don't want to go too deep in it, but yeah, I just thought that similarity was something to point out.
Calvin closes the journal and looks up at the structure in front of him. He has made it to Site-01. He had left Olivia's body in a cave nearby, promising to her that he would make.
Why is she still moving?
He now walks up to the
better be
massive
dead.
doors and places his hand on the knotted wood. The doors slowly creak open. Calvin pauses for a moment and looks behind him at the setting sun. He enters Site-01, where he knows 05-1 is, where Aaron Siegel waits.
Let's go, Aaron.
Inside the main hall, Calvin sees a giant doorway in the shape of the SCP Foundation seal, with artistic depictions of certain SCPs that he instinctively knows are special in some way.
Okay,
Standing
Bigfoot.
next to the doorway is a 2-meter-tall man in what looks to be a futuristic suit. Calvin approaches and asks who this giant man is.
Bigfoot, Taboo, this dude, the bunny. I'm assuming this is SCP-5000. Not too sure. This could be a lot of different SCPs, but we will keep pushing.
He responds that his name is Purpose, the Red Right Hand.
Purpose?
He is the guardian of 05-1, and none shall enter the sanctum until he returns. He isn't here? Asks Calvin. No, Purpose responds. He is. And with that, he steps aside and lets Calvin pass through the doorway. The doorway leads into a large room, where screens on the wall flash to life depicting moments from Calvin's journey, documenting his entire quest. Had he been in control at all? Or was this all a setup to lead him to this moment?
Probably.
As he walks forward, he finally sees him. Sitting at a table in the middle of the room is Aaron Siegel.
Let's go.
You're 05-1? Calvin asks. Aaron, the man responds. My name is Aaron. Calvin asks about the location of the second overseer, the Nazarene, but 05-1 doesn't respond. Without needing any more information, Calvin pulls out his sidearm and in a flash fires off 5 shots. The bullets stopped in the air.
Okay, thank you.
Inches from Aaron, before dissolving in a flash of light.
Good.
Calvin should have known it wouldn't be this easy. Stand up, Aaron Siegel, Calvin calls up as he holsters his gun. Let's finish it. Calvin pulled the spear of the non-believer from his back, but Aaron's only response was to laugh. You don't even know why you're here, Aaron said. Calvin calls back, I'm here to kill you. Because when I do, I kill the Foundation. Because when you're gone, the universe can finally heal. You're like me, Calvin Lucien. We are both men driven by our own convictions, regardless of the outcome. It would seem fate has brought us together. Now either your convictions will be broken or you will die, says Aaron Siegel. He then draws Lucifer's flaming sword and lunges towards Calvin Lucien. As the two men clash with one another, their supernatural weapons begin to destroy the room around them.
Oh my god.
Furniture is shattered, video screens are obliterated, and fire spreads across the walls. Aaron catches Calvin off balance and swings the flaming sword across Calvin's stomach.
Get him.
Calvin slides back from the impact, hunching over from the pain in his midsection.
Oh man.
He brings his head up to see Aaron Siegel running towards him with the flaming sword high in the air.
Okay.
Calvin brings up the spear. From his knees, he leans back and launches it towards Aaron Siegel.
Oh my.
The spear enters the final overseer's chest, the force from the throw pinning him against the wall. Aaron Siegel drops Lucifer's sword. It shatters as it hits the ground. He clutches the shaft of the spear protruding from his sternum with both hands. 05-1 looks at Calvin unbelievingly. You have no idea what you've done. It was never about the overseers, Aaron Siegel says, spitting out blood with every word. It was something deeper, something worse.
What?
Calvin walks slowly towards Aaron Siegel. He stops just in front of his final enemy. This is the way it ends, Calvin says. Aaron Siegel manages to whisper one final word. Sophia. Before his body finally goes limp. Calvin turns to see Purpose standing behind him. He's dead, Calvin says, half to Purpose and half to himself. I killed him. After a moment, he asks Purpose what he really wants to know. There's a room in this facility where someone could unmake the Foundation, right? Take me there. Without any hesitation, Purpose leads Calvin back to the room with depictions of important SCPs. There, Purpose opens the door to an elevator, but stops Calvin before he can get inside. I am duty-bound to tell you, Purpose says, that once you step inside this elevator, there is no going back. There is only one decision to be made, and it is not one that can be unmade. I know, Calvin responds. It's time, before stepping inside. The elevator opens a door to reveal a room filled with bookcases and a huge window offering a beautiful view of the sun setting behind the mountains. On the wall are monitors depicting the ways he had killed all of the overseers.
Oh wow.
And in the middle of the room is a large desk with a computer. Calvin sits down at the desk and the computer comes to life.
I still can't believe he killed that baby like that. Like, I'm just saying. That's pretty wild.
Computer prompts him to scan his fingerprint, which it accepts. He's logged in. The computer screen displays numerous locations around the planet, and he quickly recognizes that they are all SCP Foundation sites. Then he sees the single option the computer is giving him. Terminate. Calvin reaches out with his finger. This is it. Once he presses this button, the SCP Foundation will be no more. His finger is millimeters from the button when the phone rings. Calvin hadn't even noticed that there was a phone on the desk. Calvin stares at it for a moment, then picks it up. Hello, he says. The voice on the other line responds. Hello, Calvin Lucien. My name is the Administrator. I've been following your work for some time now. And I must say I am impressed. I have just been informed that you have completed your mission. Congratulations,
Administrator.
What the hell are you talking about? Calvin asks. Please listen, says the voice on the other line. The man you just killed was once in the same exact position you are in now. Granted, it was a very long time ago, but Aaron Siegel originally was trying to destroy the Foundation. That was until I convinced him otherwise. And now, like Aaron Siegel, you will become the new head of the Foundation. Like hell I will, yells Calvin. I could hang up and walk away right now and be done with all this. You could, continues the Administrator. But if no one is in charge of the SCP Foundation, millions of people will die, if not billions, and then nobody would be there to manage what comes after. There is silence from Calvin. That's what I thought, says the Administrator. I look forward to working with you, Calvin Lucien. Or should I say, 05-1. The line goes dead.
What the heck? He's the new 051? Up. We don't even see if he's gonna click the button or not. Okay, so I'm assuming he's, conflicted, but he's probably not gonna click the button. Oh my god, all of that to just become what you were killing. Ain't that something? Anyway, that's the reaction. If you guys enjoyed the reaction, please smash that like button. And also let me know in the comment section below what you guys thought about the outcome within the fight and how things went about. Really want to know what your guys' take on it. And also remember, hit that notification bell so you can always stay plugged to each and every upload. And unfortunately, that concludes today's episode. However, I'll catch you guys on the next one. With